So, without much further ado, let's get started. As you all will know, hello. Welcome to the DI Dashboard webinar. My name is Shawnee Avery Scott, and I am the training evangelist for Dealer Inspire. And my job is to teach you everything you need to know about Dealer Inspire and all of the amazing, innovative work that we do here. If you want to know, anything about what we have going on, I'm the one that you call. Well, actually, I'm the one you go when you want to learn something, and then and there's myriad ways to find that out. To contact me, you can email me at dihowdoi at dealerinspire.com, and also tweet at dealerinspire and throw in the hashtag dihowdoi. So let's get to it, shall we? So today, we're going to have a very special webinar. We're going to learn how to be unique, how to stand out among the crowd and be the unicorn among the trolls. And today, to talk with us about that, is Ryan Kwasneski. Welcome, Ryan.
Welcome. Thank you.
All right, so we know that one of the things, oh, here, let me put you, there he is. Look at that guy. So we know that one of the most important things about a USP or a unique selling proposition, it's one of those things where this is where you get to brag about yourself, right? Like most of the time, people, advertisers want to talk about what the competition is not doing. But that really doesn't get anywhere. We want to talk about what you are doing, and that's more positive, and that leaves a better impression. So, can you tell us more about how this goes about?
Absolutely, absolutely. So, what a unique selling proposition essentially is it's a way to define your company in a unique proposition within the marketplace and help make yourself different than the competition. Ultimately, the goal is to stand out, and from that, it's often really overlooked, but it's extremely important. You must brag about what makes your business different from others. You have to be boastful, be excited about it, make sure you shout it from the rooftops. Um, Another question that comes up is, why do I need a USP? It's a really good question, but it is very important. If you think of yourself as a consumer, and you are often bombarded with options out there from the TV, online, newspaper, etc. And now with digital marketing technology we have today, people can cast a wider net of their offers and their services that they're providing out there to consumers. So how do we go about capturing the consumer's attention and pulling them in to do business with us?
Oh, I know the answer to this one. I'm going to say messaging.
Correct. Correct.
Oh, all right. So yeah, this is a great quote. So this is from Seth Godin, who is Godin, who is an amazing entrepreneur and marketer. Your brand or your messaging is the set of expectations, memories, stories, and relationships that, taken together, account for a consumer's decision to choose one product or service over another. So basically, Ryan, and correct me if I'm wrong. So basically, what this quote means is that it's more than just you buy from me, I sell to you, and you'll buy from me, and we exchange money. It's also about the experience. It's about how well you were treated. What were the special perks that you felt like you got that you feel like nobody else would get in the world, right? About making you feel special.
Correct. So the big thing you pointed out there is the experience. The experience is what's going to make people talk about your business. So if we go into the messaging that's behind the USP is, it's the job. The ultimate job of it is to help customers see exactly what you are offering that he wouldn't get down the street from your competition, making yourself different and memorable, and being able to utilize that is key. And there's ones out there that you might know of. If you think of the top of your head, you have Jimmy John's, freaky fast sandwiches. You have Zappos, free shipping. Those things stick with you before you even go in to do service with them. You know what you're getting out of it before you even finish your purchase. So, and a big thing to take away from this is, once these services become more mainstream, when your competition kind of catches on and tries to kind of copy them, then they're no longer unique USPs. So what we need to do is then kind of make them even more unique within that.
So basically, this is a process that's ever evolving, correct? Like you always want to keep reevaluating yourself and inventing yourself and coming up with different ways. It's a constant process.
Absolutely. So you always want to make sure you're ahead of the trend and making sure that you're completely relevant to your consumer base. So this is obviously known by probably everyone out there. You never get a second chance at first impressions. So you have to make that first impression very impactful and making sure that it happens and you get that positive message to the consumer. So this is all great, but how do I do it? Where's the action plan? Where's the action behind these steps? So the action behind this is coming up with your own. Is first you have to brainstorm your USP if you don't already have one. Once you have one, then we can take it to Google consumer surveys to kind of test the value of your USP. And then from that, we can see the survey data to improve your targeting. And then after that, we implement it through all mediums, so making sure that we have one consistent message across the board. So first and foremost, this is probably the one of the funnest parts is throwing out ideas, brainstorming, developing that message. So basically, there's no bad idea in this. It's just a bunch of ideas we got to come up with, and then we throw them at the wall and see what sticks. So the questions you have to ask yourself is, what is the problem that you want to solve? And then what is the unique way you're going to solve that problem? Then how are you going to tell that brand story?
Okay. And one of the important things about brainstorming is, as you said, there's no idea is a bad idea, but afterwards, you can kind of cull through each one, find out, okay, giving away $1 million to every person who buys gets an oil change from us. It's an idea, but it's not one that's practical. So you want to kind of separate into the practical and the non-practical.
Exactly. So to break that down even further and get really geeky with it, let's bring it down to a more of a micro level. So to make it more relevant to you guys, let's think of it this way. So here are the questions. Here's some more questions you can ask yourself: is why would I buy from here? So this is where your unique selling proposition comes in. You have your lifetime warranties, your oil changes for life, etc. Then after that, you bring in your why buy now. So these are where your incentives pull in. Yes, your offers and incentives are important, but they're not what is setting you apart from your competition, unless you're offering something that no one else is offering within the incentives. So essentially, you want to make your offers and incentives a subtopic to your main topic, which is the USP. And then from that, the dealership amenities, so what you guys have insight in your facilities or what you guys do within your facilities that make you guys set yourself completely apart from your competition, is how you turn that customer into a fan and how you make them. You have the people who are brand loyal, like, I only buy Fords, I only buy Hondas. Well, now we can make them where they're dealership loyal and they only buy from you.
Sounds like a good marketing plan. That's what you want to strive for, right?
Absolutely. And to think about some examples is you have to cater to your audience. So coming up with for more of a business professional hospital, like example would be like you having your dealership near a hospital. Things that would be like free pickup and delivery for service, or a loaner car. That really strikes real importance to that person, because they can drop off their car, have their car picked up, and go about their busy day, because they're often trying to fit in time slots and making sure. So if you offer that amenity to them, then that stands out. Another one would be free vehicle storage for when you're deployed. This is huge for military areas, because people are constantly looking, where can I store my vehicle while I'm gone for this long? Well, if the dealership can offer that right there, boom. That's more unique than you can even think of, and that will hold so much power with your consumer. Another example would be like free oil changes or lifetime tires. This is really kind of played up in more of older communities where, they can go and they can brag about what's going on at their dealership, because they can be like, what, I got lifetime tires at my dealership from when I bought my car. And same thing with free oil changes. They can give them that brag, and then that word of mouth starts, which is the most powerful part of marketing. Another example would be college towns. Being able to offer that, like a little $500 rebate to local college students could really speak volumes to people who, obviously you have college students there on a very fixed income, so they want to make sure that they can get there and be able to purchase a vehicle. If they see if they can get $500 off of that, that can really mean something to them and
So
keep them coming back throughout their lifetime.
okay, and also this is obviously this is just an example, but one of the things I'm thinking of, you can also look at your area. Like every town has something special, right? Or every geographical area. So if you're in the South, it's like everybody knows about Southern hospitality, right? So maybe one of your USPs could be something about being extremely likable, or come in, you're like family. If you're more urban areas where there's a lot of and maybe people use cars very little, but when they do have need service for their car, they need to buy a car, they want to get in and out. So maybe having the 15 minutes you know credit application or something like that, 30-second credit application, but only 15 minutes in the dealership to get a car, those kind of things. So that seems to me to be what you want to look at as a general picture. You have a myriad of ideas.
Exactly. You want to make sure you cater to your audience and you could deliver that customer service experience. The whole thing is just about creating that experience, so that way that consumer can go and brag about that, and that way the word of mouth starts.
Yes.
So from that brainstorming, we could then take it to Google Consumer Surveys. And Google Consumer Surveys is the number one most accurate online survey tool. And the benefits that come from it is it's so easy to set up. You could test anything at any time, and it's really quick, really affordable, and fast results. That's the key thing, is we want to make sure we can get our results quickly and make sure that they're effective results too, that we can utilize throughout our services that we provide our consumers. So from that, you have your consumer. What would the USP brainstorming information? How would it help? And it helps by optimizing it. And really, you can test your hooks, your messages, and kind of get it out there to people who will be taking these surveys, and kind of get what the industry trends are going with and what your audience is really feeling out there, to make sure you're relevant and you're really hitting on what means the most for people who are taking the survey, to get a general consensus of your USP bullet points.
Okay.
So let's use Walla Walla Valley Honda as a perfect example. So you have to be able to measure and improve their USP, which is principles of awesomeness. You have, obviously, here on the right, you can see we have price promise, no buyer remorse, non-commissioned sales staff, etc. You can see that. So those are the USPs that they strive on. They're principles of awesomeness. So from what they can do from that is they actually were able to take it right to Google Consumer Survey and run a test and put the questions out there to the people to have people respond on it. And actually 726 people responded on it.
Wow.
And we got a significant statistical winner. And it was really great to see. And we were able to not only get the results and clarify winner, but we were actually able to break it down by demographics, getting age and gender, and different fun stuff like that, where then we can take it to that next level. So if we break it down, you can see that 24-hour availability got a little over 5%. So that's good to see there, that we can see that number. Then we have trade-in guarantee. That's a little bit over 16%. So we're getting more and more. So more people like that one. Money back guarantee. We can see that a little over 18% got like the money back guarantee. Non-commissioned sales staff, that boosted up over the 20% range. But the overall winner was the price you see, the price you get. That price promise that Walla Walla delivered meant the most to the consumers out there who took it. And we were so confident in the winner here that if you ran this question again, we would get the same result 95% of the time.
Okay. So I see that. Okay. So yeah. So we can see that the price you see is the price you get. That's that's the overall winner. But where does demographics come into play here? Like you can't really tell what the demographics are from here.
Perfect question, Shawnee. Perfect question. So as we break it down into even further level, is you can see the price you see is the price you get. It actually related more with males and at a 41% level. And the money back guarantee related more with females at a 20% level. So what we can do from that is you can take that and then start to really go to market with those strategies and target the money back guarantee to females throughout your mediums, and then you can actually target the price you see is the price you get to as well, which is really awesome. So that way you're sending the right message to the right customer base.
And that's the most important thing,
Absolutely.
right? In marketing, that's okay.
Absolutely. So from all that information, we take it all and we go, that's great, we got it all. So now we found what made us different. So from that, we have to go and we have to shout it from the rooftops. We have to shout it. You have to be proud of it. You have to really own it. And you have to make sure that you make these points your unicorn amongst the trolls. And you have to push it through all mediums. You have to really push it through, website, print, social media, radio, etc., to make sure that you have a consistent message and pushing that consistent message to the overall end goal. And that overall end goal is to stand out and to deliver that customer experience that no one else is delivering out there.
Wow, I see what you did there. All right. That is great information. I'm going to go back just one more slide because I really like this idea of implementing throughout all mediums because, print's not dead. I come from a print background, but in so many of our lives we use a little bit of everything, right? Like you when you're in your car, you can see the signage, see the billboards. We all are on the computer at some point, so website's going to come up and in print, and a lot of us still use the we still get the mail and still read newspapers, and so this is a way you want to make sure that everybody sees your message and it's consistent, so that they know when the consumer sees that message, and no matter what medium it is, they know it's you, they know what you are. You're shouting it, you're bragging it, you're owning the market,
and you can truly understand what you're going to get when you go to that business. You're going to understand the service that you're going to receive.
Excellent. You know what you're getting into.
Yeah, absolutely.
Perfect. All right, Ryan. Well, that was informative. That was great. So I want to ask, does anyone out there have any questions at all for Ryan? We can, you can send them through the chat. Send them through the chat because everyone's muted right now. But, does anyone have any questions on how to get this started? How to get the ball rolling or anything like that? Anyone want to be unique? Well, if you do happen to come up with any questions, if you feel like you can always you can email Ryan. You can see his email right there, rkwasneski@launchdigitalmarketing.com. And you're probably going to want to have that email anyway because Ryan here, he's a go-getter. So he's going to be doing a lot of stuff. So you want to know this guy. But also, feel free to send an email to DI@Dealer Inspire, and I can make sure to get. I just sent it through the chat there, and I can make sure to get any kind of questions that you need answered. If you want to help in getting your USPs, we're here to help you. The training staff, support staff, AMs, of course, they're here to take care of that. And yeah, so thank you, everyone. It was really great speaking with you again. Once again, please hit that survey, po.st/DIS survey. Hit us up at dealerinspire.com/DI how do I. And do not miss next week's webinar, Understanding AdWords, Features, Optimization, and Targeting. Oh my, that's with Buffy Bailey, and that's going to be a fun one. So fun and informative. Don't forget it. And #Save Dallas. So again, thank you, everyone, for joining in. I am Shawnee, the trainer of technologies for innovative dealers such as yourself, and I will see you next week. Thanks, everyone.